Hey guys, first thing first, always I hope everyone's have a good day. My day is pretty good. Slow day and stuff. And I don't know, let's get into it. Today's video is I'm gonna be talking about SZA's album Control, which is for me one of my favorite R&B albums to ever come out. And this album came out around I want to say 2017, and this is during a time where SZA wasn't big back in 2017 as she is now though. Like now she's like a superstar, and she's on her way to solidifying herself to be the next big person. But Control is definitely one of those albums where it was you could see the humble beginnings of how she started. She completely sounds different from what she sounds now, which is it's always great to see someone's growth. And I feel like Control is also one of those personal albums for her, and there's a lot of personal songs and personal meanings behind a lot of these songs. And I just thought it would be a great way to start. And also Sis is my wife, so I that's why I feel like I'm obligated to talk about her now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. The first song that I'm gonna be covering is "Doves in the Wind" featuring Kendrick Lamar. And if you do know SZA, her and Kendrick Lamar just makes good songs together. That's just how it kind of goes. I mean, you have Luther now, which I really like that song. You have All of the Stars that was in the Black Panther movie, and now you have Doves in the Wind, which is one of their first songs together. And the message of the song is essentially like how men, and specifically like just all men, we like to idolize pussy, and it's not like a bad thing per se, but it's very much a path that could lead to self-destruction. And the way SZA plays it off, like she plays off like you can't just easily get access to it. You can't be giving it up. And she uses and knows that what she got between her legs down there is power. And so that's why she mentions the fact that she wants you to beg for it and, kind of, in desperation call out for it. And Kendrick Lamar's verse covers on the fact and topic that yeah, like men would do anything for it. Like men would go out there and pay for shit, like, and it is not like something that we talk about or we try to mention out, because if you do call it out or talk about it, you get called a virgin, or like you know what I'm saying, like you're a man with no pussy or whatever. That's why you call it out. But like genuinely, these people that be paying like hundreds of dollars for dates just to sleep around with these girls and not be with them, y'all just paying for some expensive ass prostitutes. I don't know what to tell you. Like, really think about it this way: if you fly a girl from a different state to meet up with you, and y'all do what y'all do, and y'all go out to eat, and y'all, spend money, and she flies back, and then y'all, you know what I'm saying, don't continue a relationship, you you just essentially pay for some pussy. Like I don't know how to tell you. It's just a little high class. I'll tell you this right now. Like it's not like you went on the blade or whatnot and found a little, you know what I'm saying, little John right there, but you still flew her out, and it's still, you know what I'm saying, like it still is a form of payment. And I guess you could say indirectly you always pay for pussy, which is that's a fair thing to say, but it's Kendrick Lamar's part is legit highlighting those men that will do anything just for some pussy. And look, it is true. Like men would lie for it, men would buy it, men would genuinely jump through hoops and tunnels. If it's good, shit, there's a lot of things a man would do for that. So you have to understand, like, man, like, shit runs deep, and we don't realize how much it really controls us. I mean, look at Forrest. That man ran around the country for some pussy. Or not, you know what I'm saying? In the movie, it was like for love and whatnot. Not that man ran around the world, so that shit was good. So look what pussy got you doing. So yeah, that's dubs in the wind. It covers the topics of, hey, this is pussy and we idolize it. The next song that I'm covering is The Weekend, which is one of the popular songs out the album. And this song is just about her being a side girl. I don't know, like being a side chick and whatnot. And it kind of changes the perspective of people who are or who willing are to be like side chicks. Like men, what is it? They say men cheat more, but you have to understand who they cheating with. And let's be honest here, most of the side girls they know about the main one. Don't be acting here like they all clueless as hell. Don't be out here talking about men lie. A lot of them times, like that side chick knows about the main chick. How do you think she got in that position? What? Every time y'all got into an argument, where do you think he ran off to? Talk about his problems with who? Exactly. So let's not even play that. But it gives a lot of insight of I don't know if she was ever a side chick. Um, you know what I'm saying? And but it gives a lot of perspective and like kind of the mindset, or not even the mindset, just kind of the perspective of a person who's willing to be on the side, right? Because that's also another big question is like, why are you willing not to be the main one, but you play your role on the side? And the way it's for men is different because for men we don't care. That's it. Like if you a side dude, you know what you want, and it's not love. So that's why men, you know what I'm saying? That's why men are okay with being on the side. But women, some side chicks do get attached to the main guy, which is kind of weird because you know he has a main girl. So why are you getting attached? And what really comes down to it is kind of the idea of having that lack of self confidence, or like, having that lack of self love where you feel like, well, I can't do no better. And, even though he has a girl, he's giving me enough love and attention that they want and that what they need. And she drops hints like that throughout the song, how she's okay with just having him for the weekend because she doesn't want to be alone. She's okay with the girl having him majority of the time because she knows whenever he comes around, she gives him what she needs. And come on now, like women have needs too, so let's not play that part. But yeah, it kind of like this song dives deep into the idea of why somebody be willing to like share a man in a way, or be willing to play that side part, but you have somewhat of like feelings for the other guy. And it's also a thing, we can't judge people because we don't know what the hell they're going through. And we could say, oh, what I'm saying, that's stupid or whatnot. But at the end of the day, though, we have to let people live their life, and they have to live their life, and all the mistakes and lessons that they're going to learn, they have to learn it for themselves. And so, yeah, so the weekend brings in that perspective of, you know, a girl who's so insecure with herself that, you know, who wants something, or like, some belonging to somebody, and she found it, but the man has someone else. And so you make a decision with yourself, do I want to be alone, or do I want to be with somebody? And it's easy from the outside to say, yeah, like I'm gonna try to be alone than share somebody. But to other people's perspective, you have to understand it's not always not an easy choice. Like she wants to have somebody, and it seems like she only likes one person, and he just happens to like someone else. So yeah, that's the perspective of the weekend. It's really I'd say it's a good song, and the messaging behind is the insecurities, and I think it shines light to a lot of people who think like these side chicks are like home wreckers and stuff like that, because you have to understand, why would you want to be someone's side chick? Well, obviously there's like, you know what I'm saying, there's a reason why. It's I'm not gonna say it's a good reason, but like it's something that we have to pay in mind and understand from that perspective. The next song that I'm talking about is 20 something, which is the last song of the album. And the whole gist of the album is kind of SZA giving us a uh, a rundown of her fears of being in her 20s, and it's just the idea of like being scared to grow up when you're like at that stage of life. Cause I mean, I'm like 22. I just graduated high school, and I actually have to fucking live in the real world. So it's kind of hard, and you know everything is new, and it's a different time too. It's not like I could just ask my parents about, you know, certain things, even though I can, but like their perspective is completely different on how they were raised and they grew up. So it's just kind of that fear. Like I feel like now people who are 20 now, they understand like, oh, what am I gonna do next? You know, it's the idea of, am I gonna be able to get housing? Am I get able to get, you know, rent? How my friends, like, are my friends are still gonna be with me? Are my friends gonna fake me out? It's just a whole bunch of like other shit that you got going on. It's kind of that fear of, okay, like shit is now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my life starts now, and I don't know how to navigate the world as I should know how to navigate the world. And honestly, that fear of being in your 20s and you feel like you're behind is such a normal thing for people. And I feel like it's a very common thing that people don't talk about, where you're 20 and you feel like you're behind, or you know, you feel like you're not doing as much as you should, where you see all these other 20-year-olds, especially on Instagram, all these 20-year-olds, you know, modeling, having their own business, and they're over here living on fucking jet skis and fucking yachts and shit. You know, you see one girl getting flown out to Dubai, and you know, you see all these like different people and aspects. And for a normal person, it's okay, bro. Like I'll tell you, you have to navigate life one day at a time. And that's what I tell myself. I mean, every day is busy for me, and I try to keep it busy, not to distract myself or anything, but just, you know, so I could just push forward with life. And for people, like, you move at your own pace. It's always, you know, it's never a race at the end of the day when it comes to life. Like, I don't know why we have this competition with ourselves, that we feel like we're losing to other people. You're not losing to nobody. Just live your life how you want to live it. And yeah, so like this 20 something fear, you know, being in your mid 20s is a scary time though, because you know, you're now beginning to realize how the world operates and how the real world is. Cause school ain't fucking shit. Like once you're in school, it's a whole different, like, you know, universe in a way. And once you get out, all that school shit doesn't even apply. So yeah, I mean, that fear is very real, and I'm glad someone's here to talk about that. And I'm sure SZA during that time, she understands that she doesn't even know what direction she's gonna be going. She has that fear of even just being alone for the rest of her life, which is that's also another thing. You know, you never know if the person you're gonna be with is gonna be with you, or you know, happy with you. You don't know, and it's to a point where we forget to actually live and enjoy our presence because we're so worried about our future that it's time consuming and it eats up majority of the time that we want to spend. So all I gotta say, guys, is take care of yourself. Listen to what you got going on. Listen to your heart, and just keep pushing, bro. This is one day at a time. In conclusion, though, SZA's Control album is just a personal album, I would say, for her, but also it's relatable in a way where she talks about her own shortcomings with like dealing with, anxiety, dealing with the fact that she's lonely, and even dealing with fears that she has in her life and dealing with just trying to grow up. I feel like this is one of those coming to age type of albums where you listen to it and you kind of like try to experience life in a new perspective, in a sense. And that's why I really like about this album, where it's you could take beats and pieces and you could relate to a song. Like 20 something is a very relatable song to me because I'm 22, and shit, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't even know what direction I'm heading. But it's almost comforting in a way where someone's talking about their own issues and you can relate with them. So you don't feel as alone as you should. And honestly, the Control album highlights a lot of things and a lot of issues that no one is willing to like put out by themselves, not feeling like you belong in society, not feeling like you're pretty enough for a person, or what I'm saying, not feeling like you have your life in control. So it's just honestly, the Control album is one of the best albums to listen to in your 20s, I'd say. And that's why, SZA is my queen, the apple to my eye. And that's why the Control album holds a very deep place in my heart. Thank you.